Walk into a Japanese home and something feels different immediately. You can't quite name it at first. The counters are clear, the floors are open, nothing is sitting where it doesn't belong. It's not expensive furniture, it's not a professional cleaner. It's not even that much space, like it's 16 specific systems designed so the home resets itself. We're counting down all 16 Japanese home organization ideas that make your home stay cleaner longer. Stay until number 1. It's the only idea that makes every other system on this list actually work. Number 16. The drawer that never gets messy again. You organize a drawer, it looks perfect. 3 days later, it's chaos again. Your effort wasn't the problem. The drawer had no memory. In Japanese homes, drawers are built with rigid compartments sized to fit the exact objects inside, not generic trays, specific cells for specific things, batteries in one slot, tape in another, keys in a third. Every item has a fixed address. When everything has one place, it always returns to. The drawer resets itself. You stop reorganizing it. You just put things back. Western drawers work like catch-all containers. Things shift around, items migrate, and the whole system collapses within days. Japanese drawers work like filing cabinets. Same space. It was caused by the fact that nothing had a fixed home. Give every item an address, and the drawer stops being a mystery box. Number 15. The laundry hamper hidden in plain sight. Clothes on the floor? It happens in almost every Western bedroom. The hamper exists. It's just never close enough. There's always a gap between where you're standing and where the basket sits. Clothes fill that gap every single time. In Japan, many wardrobes are built with a laundry slot recessed directly inside. No basket on the floor, no bin in the corner, just a built-in opening, right where the clothes already want to go. When the drop zone is inside the wardrobe you're already standing at, the clothes go straight in. Zero detour, zero decision, zero pile on the floor. Western homes treat the hamper as separate furniture placed somewhere in the room. Japanese homes treat it as a built-in function of the wardrobe itself. The floor is always closer than the hamper, so fix the distance, not the habit. Number 14. Walls that work. While you're not looking, look at your kitchen counter right now. How much is sitting there that doesn't need to be? Cutting boards, a knife block, oils, spice jars, things that live on the counter because there's nowhere else to put them. There is somewhere else, it's right behind you. In Japanese kitchens, walls are treated as active storage. Magnetic rails, mounted panels, and slim pegboards hold knives, utensils, and spice jars, all off the counter and completely visible. A Tokyo apartment averaging just 22 square meters will often have a kitchen counter holding nothing but a kettle. Not because the owner owns less, because everything else is mounted on the wall. When items move to the wall permanently, the counter doesn't just look cleaner, it stays cleaner. Because there's genuinely nothing left to pile there. Your walls aren't decoration, they're storage you haven't used yet. Number 13. The rolling cart that replaces 3 pieces of furniture. Most Western homes have fixed furniture for fixed purposes. When your needs change, the furniture doesn't. Dead zones build up everywhere. Japan took a different approach. Slim rolling carts, often just 10 centimeters wide, slide into gaps between appliances beside the toilet or under counters. They roll out fully loaded when you need them. They slide back and disappear when you don't. The gap beside a refrigerator in a Japanese home is considered usable space. A rolling cart there holds oils, spices, and canned goods. The counter stays completely empty. Guests assume the kitchen is unusually large. It's the exact same size as any other kitchen. The difference is one cart in a gap nobody else thought to use. Dead space isn't wasted space, it's just space waiting for the right format. Roll something into the gap. Watch what happens to the rest of the room. Number 12. The entryway that resets your whole home. The mess in your living room started at your front door. Every bag dumped on the table, every shoe kicked near the sofa, every piece of mail placed just for now on the nearest surface. It all came through the front door and kept moving deeper into your home. Japanese homes use a dedicated entry zone where outdoor items physically stop. Shoes come off, bag goes on a hook, keys land in one tray, mail goes in one spot. The clutter stops before it enters. A family in Vancouver set this up with a simple bench, a few hooks, and one tray. 2 weeks later, their kitchen counter was clear for the first time in years. Nothing changed in the kitchen. Everything changed at the door. Western entryways are usually an afterthought, a lone hook and a surface that collects everything coming through. Your front door is either a filter or a floodgate. Design it like one, and the rest of your home stays clean on its own. Number 11. Sliding doors that erase visual clutter instantly. Open a cabinet in a Western home. The door swings out, takes up space, blocks the walkway, and everything inside is on full display, organized or not. Japanese storage uses sliding panel doors almost everywhere. Nothing swings, nothing blocks. The panel glides sideways, close it, and the storage disappears completely. A closed sliding panel reads as a wall. The room instantly feels larger and calmer, not because anything moved, but because the visual noise is gone. Sliding doors are also faster to close than swinging ones. That small difference matters more than you'd think. When closing something takes less effort, people actually close it. The system gets used, the room stays calm. Western storage has a face. Japanese storage has a panel. Slide it shut. The room becomes a completely different room. Number 10. Furniture that floats and lets you clean underneath. When did you last clean under your sofa? Or under the bathroom vanity? Or under the bed? Getting under floor-level furniture is a project, so it doesn't happen. And the dust quietly builds where you can't see it. Japanese bathroom and bedroom design addresses this differently. Vanities, TV units, toilet cabinets. Many are wall-mounted. They sit above the floor with the surface underneath left completely clear. One pass with a mop covers the entire room. No moving furniture, no crouching, no avoiding awkward corners. People who switch to wall-mounted furniture say the same thing. They clean more often. Not because they became more disciplined, because it now takes half the time. Western furniture sits on the floor and hides the mess beneath it. Japanese furniture sits above it and makes the mess visible. Visible mess gets cleaned. Hidden mess gets ignored. Lift the furniture off the floor, the cleaning starts happening, whether you plan it or not. Number 9. The cleaning kit that lives where the mess happens. In most Western homes, cleaning supplies live in one place, under the kitchen sink, or in a closet somewhere down the hall. And the mess happens everywhere else. That distance between the tools and the problem is exactly why small messes turn into big ones. Japanese homes keep small cleaning kits in every room where mess actually happens. A microfiber cloth and a spray bottle beside the bathroom mirror. A squeegee hanging inside the shower. A quick wipe cloth in the kitchen drawer. A water splash on the mirror gets wiped immediately. Not later, not on the weekend. Right then. Because the cloth is already there. In Japanese homes, the shower gets wiped down after every use. Soap scum never forms. The deep clean almost never has to happen. You don't need more motivation to clean. You need fewer steps between you and the tools. Put the tools where the mess lives, and the cleaning takes care of itself. If you're enjoying this so far, go ahead and tap like. It tells YouTube you want more of Japan's clever, everyday innovations. And if you love discovering things you didn't even know existed, hit subscribe so you don't miss the rest of this list. Trust me, the next ones are even cooler. Number 8. The pantry that shows you everything you own. How many times have you bought something at the store and come home to find you already had 2 of them? That's a visibility problem, not a memory problem. Western pantries use deep shelves. Things get pushed to the back. They disappear behind other things. You're not forgetting what you own. You literally cannot see it. Japanese kitchens use full pull-out shelves and slim vertical storage columns. Every item sits in a single row. Everything faces forward. Nothing hides behind anything else. One glance, and you can see your entire pantry in under 10 seconds. A client in Tokyo switched to pull-out columns beside her refrigerator. She hasn't bought a duplicate grocery item in 3 years. Same kitchen. Completely different setup. Western pantry design asks how much can fit on a shelf. Japanese pantry design asks how fast you can see what's there. Those are 2 very different questions. Only one of them actually works. If you can't see it in one glance, it doesn't really exist in your kitchen. Number 7. The cabinet under your sink is a hidden storage room. Open the cabinet under your kitchen or bathroom sink. There's probably a pipe running through the middle. A few forgotten bottles shoved around it, and a lot of unused space that nobody touches. In Japan, that same cabinet gets treated like a proper storage zone. Tiered shelves are built around the pipe, not blocked by it. Tension rods hold spray bottles upside down by their handles, completely off the floor. Clear bins sit in rows so everything is visible without moving a thing. The pipe isn't the obstacle, it becomes the anchor. Everything gets organized around it. A Japanese home channel showed an under-sink cabinet storing a full family's bathroom supplies, cotton rounds, cleaning sprays, spare soap, and a first aid kit. All organized in 3 tiers. Same cabinet size as any Western bathroom. The only difference was how the space was set up. Western homes accept the pipe and waste the space around it. Japanese homes work around the pipe and use every inch. That cabinet isn't small, it's just unformatted. Format it, and you'll find storage you didn't know you had. Number 6, a $3 rod that solves 5 storage problems. This might be the simplest idea on the entire list. It costs about $3. A tension rod. The same spring-loaded rod used for curtains. Installed inside a cabinet creates instant dividers, upright slots, and hanging storage. No drilling, no tools. Completely removable. Install one vertically in a kitchen cabinet, and it becomes 5 upright slots for cutting boards, lids, and baking trays. Install 2 horizontally under the sink, and they hold spray bottles by their handles, off the floor entirely. This has been standard in Japanese homes for decades. In Japan, it's something you do when you move in. In the US, UK, Canada, and Australia, it still feels like a discovery. Same product, sold everywhere, different default knowledge. Western homes use tension rods for curtains. Japanese homes use them to fix storage problems across 5 different rooms. $3, one afternoon. Problem's gone. Number 5. The 30% rule that makes every room feel calmer. Most Western homes are organized to maximum capacity. Every shelf filled, every drawer packed, every inch used. Then people wonder why the home still feels heavy. Even when it's technically tidy, in Japan, storage spaces are kept intentionally 30% empty. Not wasted, not forgotten. Deliberately open. When a shelf sits at 70% capacity, there's always room to quickly put something back. And when returning something takes 2 seconds, people actually do it. The system holds itself together. A Japanese interior consultant described it simply. These homes look like no one lives there, but everyone does. It's not emptiness. It's margin built into the design. A packed shelf creates a bottleneck. Nothing goes back easily, so nothing goes back at all. A shelf with room absorbs. It resets. The 30% that looks empty is doing more work than the 70% that's full. Number 4, the one-touch rule that rewires how you use every room. Western storage is designed to fit the most stuff in. Japanese storage is designed around a different goal entirely, getting things out in a single move. The one-touch rule is straightforward. Every item you use regularly must be reachable without moving anything else first. No lifting, no shifting, no digging through layers. If reaching something takes 2 moves, it gets repositioned until it only takes 1. Daily items sit at arm height, front row, with nothing blocking them. Weekly items live 1 step back, but their container pulls out fully, so everything inside becomes a one-move item. Only seasonal things are allowed to require more effort. A consultant in Japan applied this rule to her kitchen. She calculated it saved her 11 minutes every single day, not in cooking time, in the small delays of grabbing, replacing, and searching for things she used constantly. That adds up to over 60 hours a year, recovered from a kitchen that looked organized but wasn't truly functional. If reaching something takes 2 moves, it's already costing you time you haven't noticed yet. Number 3, storage hidden beneath the floor itself. Western homes build up when storage runs short. Shelves go higher, furniture gets bigger, garages fill up. When space runs out, people buy more furniture to hold more stuff. Japan takes the opposite direction. Underfloor storage compartments are built directly into the home. Lift a panel in the floor, and there's a full zone underneath, deep enough for winter duvets, luggage, holiday decorations, and sports equipment. An architecture firm in Japan featured a living room with no visible storage at all. No shelves, no cabinets, nothing. Just a sofa and a coffee table. Then a section of the wooden floor lifted on hinges. Below it, a full meter of depth, holding everything the room needed to store. The space above had nothing but furniture, and it was enough. In Western homes, the floor is something you walk on. In Japanese homes, the floor is also the lid of a cabinet. You might be standing on a meter of unused space right now, space that could hold everything currently crowding your closets. Number 2, the folding method that transforms any drawer overnight. Picture a typical Western dresser drawer, shirts stacked flat, one on top of another. You can see the top one. Everything below it is invisible. You dig for the one you want. The stack collapses. By the next morning, the drawer looks like it was never touched. Now picture the same drawer with every shirt folded into a small rectangle and stood upright, like files in a filing cabinet. Every shirt visible, everyone reachable. Pull one from the middle, and nothing else moves. That's vertical folding, standard in Japanese homes for decades. One drawer documented in a Japanese home held 22 t-shirts standing upright in color-organized rows. A Western drawer using flat stacking holds maybe 12, and reaching the bottom one means pulling the whole thing apart. Same drawer, same size, completely different result. You don't need a new dresser. You don't need more space. You just need to rotate your clothes 90 degrees. One small change, your drawer just doubled in intelligence. Number 1, the nightly reset that makes every other system stick. Every clever product, every storage system, every organization idea. Eventually, it reverts. Not because the idea was wrong, because nothing was resetting it every day. In Japan, there's a simple nightly habit. Before bed, every item in the home returns to its fixed place. Not a full clean, not a reorganization, just a return. Everything goes back to its address. The home resets every single night. When a home resets every 24 hours, it never reaches the point of full disorder. The mess never builds momentum. It gets stopped every evening before it can grow. A study of Japanese households found that homes using a nightly reset spent 73% less time on weekend cleaning. Not slightly less, 73%. And this habit only works because of everything else on this list. Vertical folding, drawer dividers, one-touch access, the 30% rule. When every item has a fixed place, returning it takes seconds. The reset is fast because the system is already in place. Western homes deep clean on weekends because nothing resets during the week. Japanese homes barely need a weekend clean because the reset happens every single night. 10 minutes before bed, everything returns to its place. The day ends, the home resets. Tomorrow morning, you wake up to a space that stayed clean. Not because you worked harder, because the system finally worked for you. 16 systems, and not one of them required a bigger home. No renovation, no big budget, no personality change. Just a different way of thinking about how a home is supposed to work. Japan figured out long ago that the goal isn't a clean home. The goal is a home that resets itself. Start with one idea: the tension rod, the vertical fold, the nightly reset. Pick one and watch what it does to the space around it. Because once one thing has a fixed place, everything else starts to want one too. If you want to keep discovering the smartest ideas Japan has to offer, hit like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the next video on your screen. It's loaded with even more jaw-dropping ideas you won't believe exist.